Hey, I'm your host Bridget Shields, and let's look at the top 10 reasons why the internet won't forgive Will Smith. Number 10, his silence. Before Will's apology was posted on YouTube, fans thought it seemed kind of strange that the internet hasn't really heard anything from the actor in the 4 months since the incident took place. He did post on Instagram shortly after the Oscars night and said that violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. Quote, "My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable." He went on to say that jokes at his own expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for him to bear, and he reacted emotionally. He also admitted that slapping his longtime friend and comedian was way out of line and simply wrong. Although the apology seemed genuine at the time, not much has changed since then, and it seems like he's still trying to justify his actions in the post, when it was supposed to be an actual apology to Chris Rock. So not only was the timing off, but a lot of people are wondering what the second apology was for, if he was just going to stand by the argument he made in the first one. But to be fair, in the video, Will said he didn't immediately apologize to Rock in his Oscars acceptance speech because by that point he was fogged out and said everything was fuzzy. Number 9, Chris Rock's mother. If the internet wasn't fully convinced that Smith was in the wrong, they sure were when Chris Rock's mom opened up about how the incident broke her heart. Rosalie, who goes by Rose Rock, told her local news station about what she did when she saw the moment on live TV. Rose thought that the slap was staged until Will started using obscenities. Quote, "When he slapped Chris, he slapped all of us, because when you hurt my child, you hurt me." His mother also said that she would usually attend the Academy Awards ceremony with her son. However, this year she decided to stay home. During her interview with WIS-TV, Rosalie also reacted to Smith's speech for Best Actor and said that no one had even heard his speech because no one was able to be in the moment, as everyone was just sitting there and stunned. As for whether or not she accepted Smith's apology to Chris, his mother said what was on everyone's mind. Quote, "I feel really bad that he never apologized. I mean, his people wrote up a piece saying I apologize to Chris Rock, but you see something like that is personal, you reach out," which is exactly why the internet is not jumping to forgive him no matter how much time has passed. Number 8, evaded criticism. Among all of the criticism that the actor has received, one that really seemed to stand out is people being upset with the format of the video apology. The ladies on The View really hit the nail on the head when they spoke about how disappointing it was to see Will Smith upload a 5-minute video addressing what is actually a really big issue, considering that it happened to Dave Chappelle too that same month. The hosts voiced their opinion about the Oscars slap and spoke about Smith's apology video not long after it had been released. While they unanimously agreed that it was a good first step, they still think that he needs to do more. Alyssa Farah Griffin summed it all up. Quote, "I think he's got to go further, and even the fact that he didn't do this in more of an interview format where he might get challenged with some tough questions, I was a little surprised by." She then went on to say that it's a lot easier to say something scripted to camera than to ask, "What was your motivation? Why didn't you then apologize in your acceptance speech?" Alyssa feels Smith should have sat down with Oprah because she would have challenged him. Joy Behar also agreed with her and thought that he should have come on The View instead. Number 7, cancelled. It's no secret that several of Smith's projects have either been cancelled altogether or shelved in the fallout from the Oscars incident, and that's why people are quick to assume that he's only apologizing for damage control. His career really took a hit. For instance, Apple has already delayed the release of his film Emancipation to 2023, and Netflix has stepped away from Fast and Loose, a drama which was supposed to star Smith, and canned the sequel to his 2017 action film Bright. Sony has also reportedly paused production on Bad Boys 4, and this Joker has been cancelled as well, which was a stand-up comedy show hosted and executively produced by Smith. The series featured a raft of stand-ups including Punky Johnson and Chris Estrada, so it's no surprise that fans and even fellow celebrities believe his apology video is just another strategy to combat the wave of cancellations. For instance, American comedian Christopher Titus was among the many Twitter voices that condemned the apology as insincere and self-centered. Quote, "Chris said he'll contact you when he's ready. Why are you pushing him? You attacked a man on global broadcast. You don't get to pick the redemption schedule. And by doing it publicly, you made it about you again." Well, Number 6. Comeback. Will is now making big moves in an effort to have something of a career comeback, which has suffered quite a bit due to him being cancelled. It's been revealed that Smith is planning to star in a sequel to one of his most iconic movies, I Am Legend. Speaking to The Sun, an industry insider revealed that Smith has been in talks to reprise his role in the 2007 original film, which was a complete box office hit, making almost $600 million. The script is still being written at the moment, and sources close to the project revealed that the concept is still to be signed off by Warner Brothers, but there has been no indication that Will has been kicked off. The insider added, quote, "The reality is that will make a comeback at some point, and it will simply be down to which studio will be the one to take a chance on him," and added that Warner Brothers Studios have not ruled out Smith returning to the movie franchise at all. So that's where his apology comes into play. A lot of people like Morgan Tremaine see it as a PR move and a way for the actor to slowly start rebuilding his reputation in Hollywood. Quote, "This Will Smith apology video has a PR team written all over it. They're testing the waters to see how the general public feels about him. Nothing to do with Chris." Gotta love that from Morgan Tremaine. Number 5. Jaden's tweet. The internet has been dunking on Jaden Smith since he was old enough to give interviews, but the 23-year-old really added a lot of fuel to the flame when he posted on social media backing his father for attacking Chris Rock. Right after the incident, Jaden came rushing to his father's defense, tweeting, "And that's how we do it," after the slap was broadcast all around the world. The rapper and actor also shared a photo of himself wearing sunglasses, looking dazed in the backseat of a car, with the caption, "My dad's speech made me cry." The photo got retweeted more than 42,000 times and was met with mostly negative responses from social media users, some alleging that the star was a hypocrite because earlier in the month he tweeted, "Praying for peace in the world." Some users mocked his tweet by using his own comments against him, saying that he should instead be talking about the political and economic state of the world right now, which was pretty hilarious, but it goes to show you how much the internet is really starting to turn against the Smiths, because Jaden was not able to support his dad without being roasted on Twitter. Although he might have been trying to help, he was really just making the hate train worse. Number 4. Still defending Jada. Viewers of the Oscars this year were left completely in shock when Will infamously walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face for making jokes about Jada. But what most people don't know is that the beef between the Smiths and Rock actually goes back several years, so the tension has always been there. Chris once took aim at Jada when he was hosting the 2016 Oscars because the couple had very publicly decided to boycott the event. At the time, their protest was due to the fact that no actors of color were nominated for the second year in a row. Chris said, quote, "Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited." The comedian also took a dig at Will and spoke about the actor's performance in his movie Concussion, saying that it's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated, then added it's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West. And while Smith does apologize in his new video, he still seems to reiterate the same point, that the reason he responded violently was because Rock's joke referenced the hair loss that Pinkett Smith suffered because of her alopecia. So many people just didn't believe that that was the reason that he had attacked Chris Rock. Number 3. The first slap. This is really bizarre, but after the slap incident at the Oscars, now another piece of information about Will has surfaced online. The old video started doing the rounds on social media, and fans were shocked to see that Will had slapped a reporter when he leaned in and tried to kiss the actor at the premiere of Men in Black 3 in Moscow in 2012. What happened exactly? Well, the actor was on the red carpet when the Ukrainian reporter approached him. Alleging that the reporter tried to kiss him on his mouth, Smith pushed him away before slapping him with the back of his hand. The reporter was a prankster named Vitaly Serdyuk, who was asking for a hug but got slapped instead as he went too close to the actor. After the Oscars incident, Serdyuk reacted by comparing the two moments with photos on Instagram. He captioned the post with, quote, "But Will Smith practiced on me first, only to perform his slap at the Oscars." Will later explained himself in an interview with David Letterman, who asked him why he beat up a guy who was trying to hug him. Quote, "I didn't beat up a guy," he says, "I'm your biggest fan, can I have a hug?" So I go in to give this joker a hug and he tries to lean in and kiss me. The old video started a fierce debate over whether or not Will is erratic and violent, or if other people would have reacted the same if they were in that situation. Number 2. Various controversies. This year seems to be the pinnacle of controversy for the Smiths, and the public have lost a lot lot of trust in them as a result. There's so much there, like when Jada admitted to dating Will while he was still married to his now ex-wife Cherie Zampino, the family's alleged ties to Scientology, or the fact that they were investigated by CPS. But what really tops this list is when musician August Alsina brought the Smiths' relationship into the spotlight in July 2020, when he revealed that he was romantically involved with Pinkett Smith and that Will knew about it the whole time and had even given them his blessing. Though Jada initially denied the claims, she eventually confessed to being in an entanglement with August when she and her husband were separated. Quote, "We decided we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy," Smith said during an appearance on Red Table Talk in July 2020. They both went on the talk show together, and in a heartbreaking episode, Jada told Will how she came to be romantically involved with August, and how he made her feel special because of what was lacking in their relationship at the time. The clip went viral online, and for a lot of fans, the illusion of their perfect marriage was shattered in an instant, and they didn't appreciate being misled all these years. And number 1, product placement. Fans have alleged that Will has used his apology video to Chris Rock as a way to advertise his own products. When the actor took to YouTube last week to discuss his high-profile falling out with Chris at the Oscars earlier this year, he opened up about the aftermath of the incident and apologized to the comic for his actions. Quote, "I've reached out to Chris and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. There's no part of me that thinks that that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults." It was a nice message, but it's not the only thing that people noticed. Fans spotted a bottle of water placed on the table beside him throughout the video, but it wasn't a bottle of water from any famous brand, it was Just Water, which is incidentally his son's company. People on Twitter claim that this was a clear example of self-promotion, rather than a real apology. One user wrote, "Will Smith advertising his own bottled water company during his apology video makes it entirely disingenuous." Or, "My favorite part of the Will Smith apology video was the tactical Just Water placement. Still gotta get that paper even when apologizing." But some people thought that the apology was genuine and that he needed to help out his son's company whenever he can. Safe to say that the not so subtle advertising didn't go down well with fans. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.